right, Militia Fitness, Tuesday's pump day. Looking to be fire, but first your joke of the day. I wanted my daughter to be great at catching fish, so I named her Annette. Moving on, part number one, we're gonna be working through 100 band pulls to chin with shoulder retraction. So we're working through maintaining proper position, which is gonna help us to build this shelf as we head into bench press. And we're gonna pull to the chin. So we're working to warm up this upper back, to get a bunch of external rotation out of the shoulders, to pull everything back and together. If you don't have yourself a band, some scapula push-ups. So our shoulder blades are gonna roll together, and we'll focus on driving out of it, okay? For part number two, we're gonna be working through some banded cable tricep checks and some banded cable or cable bicep photo flexes. So real premise of this is getting to flexed position, holding for a 1 second isometric, slowing our lower, flex and hold. So building some good isometric. It's gonna feel great on the elbows. It's gonna give us a little bit of a pump, kind of fatigue, pre-fatigue the arms. The bicep will be a flex in this position. You don't have to touch your shoulder to flex your bicep, okay? Getting a strong flex in like you would flex for a photo, both sides. If you don't have bands to work with, some overhead tricep extension, you can observe kind of the same premise, and then bicep, boom, squeeze, same premise, hold that iso for a second, okay? 15 reps on each side, no rest in between, back and forth, should move pretty quick. We're gonna make our way to some floor press. Floor press, fantastic way to build this bench press, to build the chest, but we're gonna be working in this half range of motion. So some people might find this is easier because you have less range you have to travel. You're gonna touch your elbows on the ground and come back up. Some people find that because you have less drive from the chest position, it becomes a little bit more difficult, especially if you're not very strong on that top range of that position. Regardless of what it is, we want to focus on keeping the shoulders rolled back, keeping a good position, focus on lowering strong, but also flexing strong to come out of it. You're not trying to bounce off the ground. We want to protect those elbows. 10 at 50, 8 at 60, 5 by 8 at 65 to 70. If you're doing TDY, some dumbbell floor press, you can increase weight if you have multiple sets of dumbbells. Same premise, good control, good shoulder position. For driven, we got some hot fire today. 10-to-1 push press, 50 to 55%. So we're working on a little bit of this ladder where we start at 10, then down to 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, all the way down to 1. After each one of these sets, we're gonna be doing some chest to bar pull-ups. If you have a chest to bar pull-up, if you don't, a standard pull-up, a kipping pull-up, or a jumping pull-up. We want to be able to maintain the 5, and the 5 really needs to be unbroken to allow us this continuous and constant movement, okay? For your push press, this weight should be doable for unbroken as well. Able to use those legs, more legs you use, the better, but we are not push jerking underneath. We are finishing our press to the overhead position, okay? If you don't have a dumbbell or a barbell, you can work this with dumbbells. If you don't have a pull-up bar to work in, some bent over rows, same premise, okay? To finish up, 5 rounds, we're gonna do 20 reps banded lat press downs, 20 rep banded curls. Don't get it twisted, that's 100 reps. Make sure you choose a band that feels comfortable to keep you in that constant movement, unbroken sets. Use a dumbbell if you don't have a band, all right? Making our way to iron up, we're gonna go work through some wide grip pull-ups. So hands gonna be wide, we're building these big old wings of yours. Let's focus on one, trying to get our hand far enough over the bar so as we pull, it helps us in lat engagement. If I'm broken down and hanging on to the bottom half of the bar, it's gonna be very hard for me to create enough tension for me to be able to pull and keep it in the lats. The lats is the goal of the pull-ups. Build them, keep them strong. Then we're gonna go double box push-ups, add weight if you're able. Make sure that you feel comfortable to get out. There isn't anywhere for you to catch yourself other than your face doing a double box push-up. So make sure whatever you have, you're able to constantly do that and get out of it. We have some incline dumbbell bench. We're gonna be working through this upper pec. We're gonna be working through some floor dumbbell pullovers where we're extending, coming down, good, touch to the ground, and then a flex to come back up, keeping tension the entire time. X-band pulls, crossing through, working this upper back and rear delt, and then some single arm banded bicep curls to finish it out. If you don't know how to do those, check out the video. Then we're gonna make our way to grit. We got 6 chin-ups that we're gonna be working through. In the chin-up, we're already in a very, we'll call it slightly tighter compromised position of the shoulder. So make sure we are very comfortable staying in that position. We're not dropping, we're not kipping. We are able to keep some good control because that bicep tendon is gonna feel pretty extended and tight. Then we're gonna go some odd object or sandbag hip to shoulder press. Kind of roll it through, or you can catch here, press to the overhead, come back down. Boom, catch here, press to the overhead. 4 total on each side, 8 reps all together, okay? We're gonna do some floor dumbbell flies. We're still reaching those things out, building that chest, a more full spectrum chest, some floor dumbbell pullovers, and again, we'll finish with some single arm bicep curls. It's a full spectrum upper body day, guys. Building some mass, building some strength, having some fun. Booyah, never quit.